A wonderful day to you viewers. Welcome to another edition of the Complete Sports Update. My name is Abib Kuraga. This is the show where we bring to you the latest and trendy stories in the world of sports. This week, the Super Eagles of Nigeria resumed their 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign against the Bafana of South Africa and the Squares of Benin Republic. Right here on Complete Sports Update, we shall be taking a look at the preparation of Finidi George's boys so far. We shall also take a look at the approach the boys should take in these two encounters, and also what should we, the fans, be expecting from the two encounters. These are the topics we shall be taking a look at right here. Do sit back, relax, and enjoy, because this is the Complete Sports Update. Joining me on today's episode is Adeboye Amosu, and together we shall be taking you through the rounds as far as today's episode is concerned. Welcome back to the show, boy.
Thank you, Habib. It's good to be back on the show.
Yes, definitely.
Good day to our viewers too.
Yes, definitely. It's always good to be back, boy. So, the Super Eagles of Nigeria are back in action with their qualifying campaign against the Bafana of South Africa and the Squares of Benin. And this is the first official assignment of Finidi George as the permanent manager of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So what do you have to say about the preparation of the side so far?
Well, I think they started the preparation so well. The boys came in, most of them came in last week. The European season is on break at the moment. So they started preparation for the games, for the two games against South Africa and Benin Republic on Sunday. So with 15 players. The only challenge was the remaining 8 players who are unable to join the team on time because of the NLC strike. So on Monday and Tuesday, the guys trained twice in a day. So luckily 5 more players were able to join the team before their training session on Tuesday. So we have seen the commitment from the boys. In the past, you see players trickle into the camp, 1, 2, 3 players, but this time around, despite the fact that we have a local coach in charge of the team, you could see that the guys know the enormity of the task ahead of them. So from what we have seen so far from their preparation and the way they came into the camp, I think the Super Eagles are really fired up for these 2 games against Bafana and the Squares.
So talking about Bafana, Nigeria actually defeated them in the semi-finals of the African Cup of Nations. So what do you see? Because these guys would definitely be fired up. They would want to actually take a revenge of what they actually encountered against Nigeria in Ivory Coast. So do you feel the approach this time around should be somewhat different from what Jose Pizarro actually did against the Bafana, or do you think it should just Finidi should just stick to that kind of game plan and see how these South African guys are able to play out the guys soaking up the pressure and launch the attack from the break? So what do you have to say about the approach in this game most especially against the Bafana?
Well, I think the Super Eagles are condemned to beat the Bafana. We all know the way they started the qualifying campaign. Just 2 points from the opening 2 games against Lesotho and Zimbabwe, who to me are minus in African football.
Yes.
So from what we saw in the friendlies against Ghana and Benin and Mali, no, is it Mali or Guinea?
Ghana and Mali.
The friendlies where Finidi was the caretaker boss, you could see a different approach, different from the style, the tactics Pizarro adopted at the AFCON. Yes. So talking about the game against South Africa, even against the game against Benin Republic, what the Super Eagles should be looking for is the 6 points. You can't afford to drop points against either side. They need to win the 2 games to put themselves in contention to qualify for the World Cup. So I think Finidi George will be going for, and the beauty of the game is the fact that we have a new coach in charge. Fine, the South African coach said he has watched the Super Eagles 2 games against Ghana and Mali. But when you have a new man in charge, you always have something new up his sleeves. So it's going to be pretty difficult for the South Africans to really pinpoint how the Super Eagles will approach the game. For them, the Super Eagles know them. They are coming with the same set of players that we saw at the AFCON. They also have the same coach in charge of the team. So I think the stage is set for an interesting encounter in a way on Friday.
Definitely the stage is set, and we wish Nigeria the very best as far as their encounter against Bafana of South Africa and also Squares of Benin Republic is concerned. Let's make you guys aware that in the table standings currently Rwanda actually at top of the log with 4 points after a draw and a win, and also South Africa second after a win and also a loss, and Nigeria are currently third with those 2 draws that Adeboye Amosu mentioned against Lesotho and Zimbabwe. So talking now, from the fans' perspective, we always talk about the expectations of the fans of the Super Eagles, always very high. Always expecting the coach, the boys most especially, to always win each and every games that they are that they play. So do you think what should be the expectation of the fans in these 2 encounters? Do you think if the result doesn't really go in the way of the Super Eagles, do you think it's high time they will start calling for the head of Finidi George or something?
The Super Eagles job is one of the most difficult in the world, because if you go on the street, every soccer loving Nigerian is a coach. So the expectation is always high when you play for the Super Eagles and when you manage the team. So the most important thing for Finidi George is to start with a good win against not just a win. Nigerians, just like every other football fan in the world, they always want the Super Eagles to play well and also win. So the expectation is for the Super Eagles to beat South Africa and Benin Republic and also play good football.
So anything other than a win in each of these games is not really a good result, both from the league standing perspective.
Sure, you are right, because Rwanda are top of the table, South Africa in second position. Super Eagles have just 2 points from two games, so it's important for them to at least get the 6 points at stake to put themselves in contention to make it to qualify for the next World Cup.
So those were the words of Adeboye Amosu right there, and we believe and hope that the Super Eagles of Nigeria will muster a win against these 2 sides. So viewers, this is where we'll be wrapping things up as far as today's episode is concerned. Thank you very, very much, Aboye, for the wonderful and insightful analysis.
It's a pleasure.
So viewers, do take care of yourselves and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.